Let's say you love doing deadlifts, but you don't have access to a barbell, dumbbells, or weights of any kind. What do you do then? Don't worry, because there's a perfect deadlift alternative that you can do with just your body weight. The back bridge is unmatched when it comes to developing high levels of mobility and strength throughout your entire body. With this one exercise, you can gain a boatload of benefits that even the heaviest of deadlifts can't match. This video will be broken down into 3 parts. In part 1, we're going to cover the anatomy of a perfect back bridge. In part 2, I'll teach you some beginner-friendly exercises that you can do to improve your thoracic and shoulder mobility. And in part 3, I'll share with you some of my top wrist strengthening exercises for the back bridge. When it comes to increasing your upper back mobility, there's no other exercise that compares to the back bridge. Not by a long shot. When you strengthen your spine through full extension, like when doing a back bridge, magical things happen in your body. Your hips become more open, your shoulders regain their mobility, and your spine becomes strong like a steel whip. A common issue that people experience when first learning the back bridge is that they feel it in their lower back. This stems from a lack of upper back mobility. A simple fix would be to elevate your feet onto a sturdy object. This allows you to use more of your upper back muscles to lift up into the bridge. To build the perfect back bridge, you first need to develop thoracic extension. You can accomplish this by learning the seal support. Lie face down on the ground with your hands in a push-up position. Press your chest upwards while supporting your weight onto your hands and feet. See if you can work up to a 30 to 60 second hold. Another important component of the back bridge is shoulder mobility. And for that, there's no better exercise than the elevated cat stretch. Start from a kneeling position and place your hands onto an elevated surface. Keep your spine straight as you open your shoulders towards the ground. Once again, see if you can hold this stretch for 30 to 60 seconds. Having weak and deconditioned wrists can make learning the back bridge a real pain. Try doing different variations of wrist push-ups to strengthen the muscles and connective tissues around your wrists and forearms. The first exercise in this series is the first knuckle push-up, which strengthens the muscles in the palm of your hand. Up next is the wrist push-up. Make sure you perform this movement with a slow and controlled tempo to prevent unnecessary strain or injury. Lastly, we have the wrist rock, which helps to strengthen the tendons around your wrist for added support. If you're just starting out, try performing these movements on your knees at first. Eventually, you'll be able to perform them from a full push-up position. At the end of the day, the back bridge can't replace the benefits that you can get from a heavy deadlift, but what the back bridge lacks in strength gaining potential, it makes up for in other ways. Unlike the deadlift, the back bridge strengthens your spine through a full range of motion, which helps to keep your spine healthy for the long haul. Despite the differences, these two exercises are actually complementary to one another. So if you want to get the most out of your training, then both these exercises should be a part of your weekly routine. Head over to livefitacademy.com to learn more about our online mobility programs. And while you're there, check out the Mobility Matrix program for daily mobility routines and weekly assessments to help you increase your mobility, strengthen your joints, and improve your athletic performance. Click the link in the description to learn more. Till next time, Mikey out.